Hey guys, Jesse here, and today we are going to be brewing a all-grain chocolate coffee stout. And this one's a little unique because the last time I did this, and it turned out awesome, I used cocoa nibs and I used a local store brand coffee pre-ground, and the coffee wasn't as good as it could have been. But this time I'm going to be using Guatemalan coffee, and this here. Oh man, that goes right in the mash, and it smells like a chocolate cake right now. And after I add the coffee and the secondary, man, it should be amazing. I'm going to do a cold brew coffee this time. But the purpose of this video is I wanted to go over kind of my brew setup and show you what I got and kind of talk about a few of the pieces. As I said, I do all grain, so there's no extract, and it's just all pure grain. A lot of my recipes I get offline. I don't think I'm really at the point yet where I can build my own recipes, from scratch. But like the one I'm doing now, I got that offline. But I guess first and foremost, this is my kettle here. This is my amazing Spike Brewing Kettle, 15-gallon. When you buy this from their site, the port for the thermometer is usually above the drain port, and I had to move it over. It was sitting right at the 10-gallon mark, but I had to move it over and down just a little bit so that it sat at the 5-gallon mark, or at the 5-gallon mark, so that I could do smaller batches in 10. Actually, I take it back. I think it's sitting at about 3.5. But anyway, that's my kettle there. This is, in my opinion, one of the best you can get on the market, and it's been amazing. It really has been amazing. And I actually got a kind of a second note to the Spike Brewing system when I'm done here. But anyway, I'm using a propane setup. It's I think it's a 250,000 BTU burner there from Bayou Classic. It's a great burner. I think it's a BG55 banjo burner. I'll show you real quick. That sucker puts out some heat, baby. I ain't playing either. There's that. This is the kettle. It's just a generic brand stainless steel kettle I use for sparge water, to heat up my sparge water. Because I use the kettle, I drain into the kettle. This cooler here, this is a 5-gallon Rubbermaid cooler, and this one is used. This was a chiller. It had, you can see the 2 holes in it. It had a copper coil that went in and wound down, and you'd fill it with ice water. So you would pump the wort in and through, and it would cool, and it worked okay, but it takes a lot of ice, and it wasn't very cost effective. So I ended up building this here. This is a counterflow chiller that I made, and I made this with 20-foot 3/4 inch inside diameter garden hose with a 20-foot coil of 3/8, I believe inside diameter copper wound inside of it, and I had to stretch it all out, slide the hose over it, and then roll it back up, zip tied it, and then I put these fittings on it. So you pump cold water in, cold water comes out, hot wort goes in, cooled wort comes out, and it's extremely effective. Extremely effective. If you slow the flow of the wort down and speed the flow of the water up, it comes out at the same temperature as the groundwater. It's amazing. It's amazing. This is my March pump. It's got a chugger head on it, stainless steel head. Excellent pump. What else we got here? Bottle of Star San. Usually I use these jugs for water. I get it from a reverse osmosis dispenser at the grocery store, but it was out of service, so I had to buy 1-gallon jugs. A little more in cost, but we're brewing today, baby. This is my Milwaukee organizers. This is one of the best purchases that I made to organize all of my brew gear in. Still doesn't quite hold all of it, but it's got the majority of it in, and I can go to it really quickly, grab it. It's awesome. The DeWalt makes a pretty good one too. This had a little bit more space than Milwaukee ones. Same price, but I love it. I love it. Two things, where they at? Two things I wanted to point out that I love is my ThermoWorks temperature probe thermometer. This thing is awesome. This thing is totally awesome. If you don't have one, you should get it. It's almost an instant read on temperature. And the other thing I got here, I spent a little money on this. You can buy generic refractometers, but this is a VG, and it's a really high quality refractometer. It only reads in bricks, but you know, once you've been doing it for a little bit, that's not a problem to convert it to specific gravity. This is my mash tun here. This is a 10-gallon Home Depot cooler. I got a false bottom in it, and with a ball valve, and this false bottom that I have came from Williams Brewing. Is that right? Yeah, Williams Brewing. And it has a rubber seal around the outside, so you don't get all that grain and stuff underneath the false bottom. But as you can see, got a chocolate stout in there now. Man, that baby smells good. It smells just like cake. But I guess last but not least, this is my fast fermenter. This will be the third brew that I've been using this. This thing is amazing. I love it. I mean, I would prefer a stainless steel, but this thing does. For the price you pay, you literally cannot beat this thing. I mean, you just can't beat it. I've done a video or two on this too. You can check my YouTube channel and see it. I think I just did one. I haven't done any follow-ups on it, but you can check out the setup. It's my unboxing of it. You know, quick point about this kettle here. I changed out the longer pickup tube for a shorty. You can see it's a little dirty in there. But that's so that I can whirlpool and leave all that cold break material and hot matter down in the bottom, the trub down in the bottom of the kettle. I can put it minimal in the fast fermenter, but I can in the fermenter itself. But yeah, I mean, that's basically it. We got about 15 minutes of the mash left, and we're gonna start sparging. But this kettle here, this Spike Brewing Kettle, I'm having a fitting welded on here so that I can whirlpool. I can put a quick disconnect on there, and I can plug the pump right into it, and I can whirlpool. Will be a lot cleaner, a lot safer. I won't have to worry about a hose coming out and pumping wort all over the ground. But I am building a automated system using PID controllers and switches on a control panel. It's building that kind of stuff, and maintaining it is something that I do for a living, so it's not a big deal for me to do it. But I'm going to be getting the lauter tun and also the hot liquor tank from Spike Brewing here really soon, and man, I really look forward to it. You know, being inside, don't have to move kettles around, don't have to drag all this stuff outside. I can do it all in the house. I'm going to be using all electric too, so that's something that's going to be changing. But anyway, this is my setup. Hope you guys got some ideas. If you got any questions, give me a shout. This right here, by the way, this is a IPA from Northern Brewer. It's called Dead Ringer. This called for 1 ounce of hops in the secondary. I bumped it up to 3. It's pretty awesome. I mentioned that in one of my other videos, but this is where we're at. Like I said, if you guys got any questions or anything, just let me know. Highly recommend the Spike Kettle. Highly recommend the fast fermenter, and highly recommend the refractometer and the thermo pen. All this stuff, you keep an eye out, find good deals on it. You can get it at a discounted price. But once again, I appreciate you guys watching. Thanks.